Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Law-Splaining the Interwebs. I'm your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And today we have a couple things to discuss, and then we will move in to what is my nightmare. My nightmare is Ace Attorney. we will play Ace Attorney. We may actually finish that one case tonight. I don't know. I don't even remember where we are in it. The case of Edgeworth edging someone to death with bullets. Apparently, the massive cover-up and conspiracy of the prosecutorial office. We will come to some sort of thing tonight. I don't know if it's a conclusion, a resolution, or just another to be continued. I genuinely have no idea. So that'll happen tonight only after we have a little bit of discussion about some other things. Because we have some things to, to deal with. First, we will be discussing a motion for protective order that was filed in Vic's case today. Very short document, only a couple pages. We'll go over that. Not super exciting, but newsworthy. We will also cover what I believe has happened, although has not been filed. It looks like Chup did choose to sign the defendant's proposed order. So massive, crushing victory for Rial and Toye. Stunning humiliation for Rekieta Law, who said it doesn't really matter which one he signs. I thought he would sign the other one. I did. But I also said that they would have a right to, not a right, it's not the proper word to say they have a right. They would have the ability to re-urge the deposition of Slaytosh either way. So I didn't think it really mattered which one he signed. Personally, I think the one without the specific language is clearer. But, I'm not a Tarrant County judge. So that said, massive sweeping victory. And now, of course, I will be required to pay the sanctions of Greg Doucette failing to pay his own debts. Apparently. I think that's an adequate punishment. So, but really not that big of a deal either way. Like I said, even if he signed Vic's order, they would still have the ability to re-urge the deposition. And so there's that. Like, you can't foreclose an attorney from doing something. Whether or not Chup entertains the deposition at the 21st hearing will probably depend on the 21st hearing. So that being said, we will find out in 9 days. We'll find out what gets to happen next in 9 days. I'm interested to see what it is. We have that. So because it's not filed, I don't have it to show you. But that's what I have heard has happened. And I don't have any reason to disbelieve that, like I said. But yeah. So that's that. Like I said, we'll go through the motion for the protective order. I want to talk a little bit before I delve into the world of Ace Attorney. I want to talk a little bit about the Supreme Court. What the Supreme Court didn't do today, or what might have been yesterday. It was reported on today in regards to the Sandy Hook case, because I think it's a really poor choice of the Supreme Court. I think this sets a very dangerous, very, very dangerous precedent on what even is free speech. We'll talk about it. And no, I do not mean the free speech to shoot children, because that's what the media wants you to think this is, right? The media wants you to think about the Sandy Hook parents versus the Remington case as the freedom to murder, which it's not about the freedom to murder at all. What it is very much about is the freedom to advertise, the freedom to have reasonable, truthful speech in your advertising, and to do that in a way that you feel artistically and commercially elevates the product that you're selling. Now, just because some people are offended by that advertisement after a tragedy doesn't mean that the advertising speech should be disallowed or should make someone liable for something that is clearly not contemplated by what's going on. So we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. And then finally, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but apparently Ron Toye is threatening legal action against someone to silence their speech. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that just the irony cherry on top of this giant, disgusting cheesecake of comedy? He is threatening because someone left a review somewhere. I don't even know where specifically they left the review. Although, you know, gonna have a problem, I guess, with that whole anti-slap thing that he's relying on right now. Or just, you know, generally the protected nature of reviews, so long as they are not false. But we'll go through. There's a leaked private message exchange. I guess it's possible it could be faked. I don't see why anyone would bother faking something from someone who has a penchant for doing exactly this on the reg, so to speak. Probably on the rag as well, if I had to guess. Let me get that pulled up here. Is this it? Is this the one? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we've got those as well. Sorry, I got lost in thought, THOT for a minute. And we will deal with that as it goes. So prior to that, before that, I'm not sure if it's going to be tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, but one of these days, one of the next 3 days this week, I have procured the whiskey for the whiskey review. I found this hiding on the shelf of my liquor store. This is Corner Creek bourbon, Kentucky straight, not gay, bourbon whiskey, aged 10 years in American oak casks, distilled, aged, and bottled in Kentucky, bottled by Corner Creek Distillery Company, Crestwood, Kentucky. It is 44% liquor. Let's see. Here we go. In the tradition of the great wine importers, we at Corner Creek search for the elusive few great barrels of prime American whiskey. Oh, this is not subprime whiskey. We leave that to the lending companies, and offer it to you in this limited bottling of Corner Creek straight bourbon whiskey, an exceptional marriage. And since it's Kentucky, it might be to a cousin of the finest selected grains, aged in new American oak and smoothed to perfection with Kentucky limestone water, also found in Flint, Michigan. This 88 proof whiskey was produced under the strict supervision of our master distiller at Corner Creek, Crestwood, Kentucky. So, That's what we're gonna drink. It was not a cheap bottle of bourbon, but it was certainly not expensive either. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think it'll be a ton better than America bourbon. So that'll happen. I'll announce which day that is. I got to talk to some people and see if we have a stream collaboration coming. But that's going to be good stuff. I hope. Because I don't want to review another bad whiskey. I don't want to do it. Oh, I never want to drink another bottle of America bourbon again. So that'll be one sometime in the next 3 days. Okay. What else? I'm trying to think if there is something else. There might not be. Oh, there will be some Twitch thoughterry happening tonight after the show. I don't know how long it'll go, but I will be on Twitch. So I'll answer that question now, as well as at the end of the show. Got a little military special to warm up the cockles for this thing. I'm prepping myself for the Ronversation. Oh. Spoiler alert, that whiskey is bad. All right. Oh, yes, I do need to announce that the GoFundMe has hit 260,000, I believe. Oh, we've actually eclipsed it. So we'll cover that in a second as well. See, is there anything we need to do here? All right. I think we're good to go. Should we jump into this stuff? Should we get started? Oh my gosh. How much was the bottle? It was like $50, something like that. Camelot is on the very near horizon for a collaboration. I just gotta hammer out the date, the proper date that fits into his schedule. I think he streams on like Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday or something. So aiming for maybe a Thursday show with him. That might happen. I don't know. We gotta figure that out. Let's do this. Let's hit this GoFundMe, because what we're gonna find out, I'm pretty sure, at the 21st hearing. I call it the 21st hearing. The hearing on November 21st is we're gonna hear that this little guy. Wait, this way. This little GoFundMe page here might just be driving the other side absolutely insane. So I think that's what we're going to find out when a transcript of that hearing comes out, that they can't stand the fact that people are supporting Vic. They can't stand it. It drives them so bonkers. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do if he's not dead in the ground. They have no idea what to do. And he was supposed to go away and shut up. But he didn't. And neither did all the people who supported him. It's been very interesting. But yeah, we are at $260,010, I believe. Yep. And thank you to Josh King. Thank you to Anonymous and Anonymous. I won't read the next one. I don't want to ring any bells. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your donations. There has been no funnier tool in the arsenal of shaming liars than this GoFundMe. None at all. This has driven them to the brink of insanity. And if you want to know why they want to depose Slaytosh, this way. Because of this. Because of this GoFundMe. So you have to look at it. It's over here. But I have to point over here because of the mirrored look. It doesn't make sense. This thing. That's why they want to depose Slaytosh. It's why they want to depose me. It's why they want to subpoena Ty. It's everything. It is wrapped up their entire brains. And they think that there's some grand conspiracy. Shockingly, these are the people who accused Vic, whose life was destroyed by the concerted efforts of a few people acting in tandem. They accuse him of being a conspiracy theorist for bringing up a civil conspiracy charge for what is quite obviously a civil conspiracy. But at the same time, and they talk about how ludicrous it is to think that people might get together to lie about someone and ruin their career and to get them removed from jobs. Even though people do this literally constantly, they think it's some wild thing for them to be accused of this. But at the same time, they can't fathom for the life of them that I'm not taking any money from the GoFundMe, that I don't work for Vic in any sort of way, and I'm not on Vic's legal team. I don't represent him. Nothing I say has anything to do with Vic. It's entirely my words, just me, my opinions, and they just desperately want to connect the dots. The problem is the lines don't actually exist. And this GoFundMe is the source of all of that. And it'll be funny to find out their theories on the 21st. We've got another anonymous donation has popped up. Thank you so much for the $5. So I don't like shilling the GoFundMe because I'm bad at shilling things in general, and it feels uncomfortable for me. But I'm gonna do it because of how pissed off it makes them. I'm going to bring it up more and more often. On the 21st, I mean, Lemoyne. Here's how butthurt Lemoyne is over this thing. He has tweeted, I believe, every night for the past several nights. He tweets the final amount of the GoFundMe before he goes to bed. Before he goes and lays down under his mosquito net, praying to God he doesn't get malaria along with his West Nile. He tweets out the amount of the GoFundMe. So, that's great. That was 5,000 yen, which is not $5,000, guys. Calm down. But yeah, so we're going to find out that Lemoyne has these great theories, right? And they're going to be actually a source of entertainment, I believe, on the 21st. We're going to find out the theory that that apparently I forced Vic into the lawsuit. 100% true. I actually I held him at gunpoint and forced him to sue Monica Rial, Jamie Markey, who is fat, Ron Toye, the wife beater, and also Funimation. Funimation, who is, of course, intent on covering up the sexual misconduct of all of their other employees. But only all of them. Only all of them. So I definitely did that. I was like, listen. Not only did I force these people to lie about you, but now I'm coming at you gun to head and saying you're going to sue them. And I'm going to create a fake GoFundMe. And I'm going to say it's going to you, but it's actually going to this lawyer that you better hire. And if you don't hire him, I'm going to beat you to death with a Ray Nagin bat. Is it Ray Nagin? Not Ray Nagin. Ray Nagin was a governor or whatever. With the Negan bat from not Ray Nagin. That guy, who was that? These are some really weird threats. Ray Nagin was oh yeah, he was the mayor of New Orleans. Actually, he probably did have a bat. That guy was terrifyingly corrupt. So yes, I threatened him with the corruption of all of local New Orleans politics. I did that as well. And I said that Ray Nagin is going to come and campaign straight from your house if you don't sue these people. And I'm going to create this fake GoFundMe, and all the money is going to go to Ty that you have to hire. And if you don't hire him, I'm going to eat your Starship Enterprise model that you have. I'm going to eat that thing straight in front of you while Ray Nagin sits on you. And then what's going to happen is Ty is then going to take the money from that for himself to spend on fishing hats or something. And that will give me leverage over money that's already mine, that Ty's in control of. And I can then force Ty to pay me under terms that say that Ty would already have to pay me if they were true. And they're definitely true, because that's going to happen too. And all of this, and that's what you're going to do. That's Lemoyne's. This is, I'm saying this as a joke, and you might think that I'm joking because I'm smiling and I have mirth in my voice, but this is literally what they believe happened, because they can't fathom. These people are such unlikable, soulless, disgusting cowards that they can't imagine that I, for example, who regularly speaks out against cancel culture and have been for a while, they can't imagine that someone who comments on cancel culture and calls it a cancer, calls it disgusting, says that people who do this and who engage in this are terrible, nasty people. They can't imagine that I would hear about a case of someone I don't know and decide I would like to help this person out because a bunch of people are asking me how they can help out. So what I can do is a bunch of people are trying to give money to this person through like a GoFundMe or something that doesn't exist. What I can do is actually just make one and then talk about it and talk about his case and say why I think that these people are terrible. They can't figure out how that would be on brand and that someone would just do that. I must have actually known Vic from birth or something. Actually, I'm older than Vic. I was there when he was born. He was a little, kind of an ugly baby. But you never wanted to tell anybody that, right? But, you know, he grew up and he got into this anime thing. I was encouraging him the entire time. It was really a good sort of weird career move. And I thought it would keep him away from other people. You know, and then he just took off, and it turned out it threw him right into the paths of thousands of weebs, which I was nervous about at first, but it ended up being good. So this is all my plan, and that is, of course, why since I knew Vic from before he was born, why he was able to you know, be forced into doing all of this by me, right? That's because it couldn't be what it couldn't be. I'll tell you what it couldn't be. It couldn't be this idea that Vic, you know, was in like the worst place of his life where all of his friends had lied about things that had happened. They took events that occurred and then they added lies to ruin his life. In a true Brutus sort of fashion, they did that. So it couldn't be that happened and that Vic was at like the lowest point he could possibly imagine, and that he was pursuing all sorts of legal avenues for trying to save his career in life. Like that couldn't have happened. He couldn't have made some like initial statements or apologies where he really tried to mitigate the damage that his friends trying to kill him was doing. And then when they proved that those statements would not be sufficient, that he didn't grovel hard enough, that he wasn't dead enough, that he wasn't gone long enough, when they proved that all that was going to happen, and he felt that maybe there was nowhere else to turn but the disgusting monster that is the American legal system, and he tried to hire some lawyers, and maybe they weren't doing the job that he wanted. And so maybe he got a referral from someone and hired someone else. Like, that couldn't possibly be how this works. That is so outlandish. What actually happened was there's an internet lawyer 1,000 miles away from Vic who has known him his whole life, who then manipulated and controlled Vic into suing people who didn't do nothing wrong. Right? That's the more likely story. Good God. This is like that's the theory. We're going to hear some iteration of that on the 21st. I want you to be prepared for that. So what he's going to try and get out of Slaytosh, except Slaytosh won't be there. So who's he going to question? I guess he's going to question Vic, maybe? Is he going to try and question Vic? Can't question Ty, probably. So maybe he's going to try and question Vic. That'll be great. He didn't learn, apparently. Oh, thank you, guys. We've got a couple more donations. Anonymous. Tim Oliver and Robert Rogers. Thank you, guys, for donating. I guess he didn't learn from Vic's deposition when he was trying to insert lines from my show and like ask if those came from Vic, and Vic's like never heard of them before, right? Like, you're here to grind these women into dust? No. What is it? What? He had no idea. Do you know why he has no idea? Because your weird theory is wrong. That's it. It's pretty simple. There's actually, Occam's razor would suggest that there is a much simpler answer. And it's the one that's been presented to you over and over and over. And I know your West Nile addled lungs have permeated to your oxygen deprived brain. But the reality is, the only liars in this situation are your clients. So that'll be fun. That's what's going to happen at the hearing. We'll get to see some insight into Lemoyne's weird fan fiction, conspiracy theory, and then he's going to try and somehow attach a showing of bad faith to Vic. And I don't believe that Vic filed suit in bad faith. And I'm not convinced that Chup thinks that Vic filed suit in bad faith either. So we'll see. We'll see about it. Only time will tell, and then appeals will basically obviate everything, because the appeals court, whatever happens, the appeals courts will be the one to decide what actually happens with the TCPA, whether or not to uphold the ruling from Chup or to overturn it, either in part or in whole. All of that will rest in the TCPA, in the appeals court's hands. The amount of attorney's fees, the amount of sanctions will all rest in the appeals court's hands. So it'll be great. It'll be great. So here we go. All right, we've got a couple chats here that I've been mildly neglecting, but not on purpose. I was just in a little rant, and we'll probably might hit another rant or two during the evening. Sebastian Anand says, "Yo, Nick, there was a report on the local news in the Twin Cities about a guy who was accused of creeping on little kids by a lady on Facebook. This led to the lady apologizing because, surprise, she was wrong. See part 2. Part 2, they interviewed a lawyer. His advice, if you accuse someone of Pez stuff, make dang sure you have evidence, or else you open yourself up to a lawsuit." Yeah, and especially in Minnesota, where we have properly disposed of our stupid anti-slap lawsuit, it is gone. Or anti-slap motion, it was found unconstitutional because, lo and behold, it deprives a plaintiff the right to confront his accusers and have all of the protections of the legal process. And I know it's really cute that Above the Law blog wrote about how great slap laws are, that since John Oliver was able. Should I find that? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm sorry. This is off the cuff. We're riffing here. This is all related. Oh dear Christ, no. Oh, thank God. Don't turn off your ad block, people. On. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Had to censor that out. Let's take a quick peek at this. If you try to slap John Oliver, you best not miss. This should be what happens when you bring a frivolous lawsuit. Now, I haven't looked into the merits of this lawsuit at all. I don't care. Are there meritless lawsuits that are brought by plaintiffs in an attempt to silence their critics? Yes. Is Vic's that? No. Where has Vic attempted to silence anybody in any of this? Nowhere. He's asking for the repair to his reputation. He wished people would stop lying about him with the intent to cause him harm, which, by the way, is not your right of free speech. You don't have a right to lie about someone to destroy their reputation. That's what a defamation action actually is. And that even applies to public figures. But this article, while I don't know the merits of the lawsuit, and I'm not going to comment on whether the lawsuit is proper or not, if it's against John Oliver, who cares if it's proper? He needs the smug slapped out of him at some point. But let's so I don't know, it could be frivolous, it doesn't matter. We can pull principles out of the writing of this article that should put us on, should just give us a little bit of pause here. So HBO's Last Week Tonight and its host John Oliver have been in a years-long litigation battle with coal magnate Bob Murray. Earlier this year, Murray finally removed his lawsuit, which allowed Oliver to go full anti-slap on his show. So he clearly was not in an anti-slap jurisdiction. It's a pretty epic response. Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it's really hard to come up with a pretty epic response when you have a staff team of professional writers to write all of your witty jokes for you, right? Like, man, oh, so glad John Oliver came up with this with his team of HBO funded writers. Oh, it's pretty epic. Oliver explains why we need federal anti-slap laws while also torturing Murray with jokes knowingly crafted to comport with all defamation standards. Lawyers will note how many times Oliver says, "I would argue," in the segment, a turn of phrase that is not natural to Oliver's show, yet is dutifully repeated throughout. It's funny, but it's also an important piece about how people like Murray use frivolous lawsuits to chill free speech and journalism. Oh, yes, the poor victim of the frivolous lawsuits of HBFing-O, right? Anti-slap is not meant to provide a shield to HBO or CNN or ABC or NBC. Anti-slap is meant to prevent a shield towards poor defendants, people who cannot fight back, who don't have a literal litigation team full time. This is not what anti-slap is about. And the writer of this blog, Above the Law, or the editor at Above the Law, if this is an attorney, should be ashamed. Like, the idea of an anti-slap is to prevent costly litigation for people who can't afford it. not against massive corporations with endless amounts of money to throw at these sorts of things, who have literal budgets for the types of lawsuits, which is why they engage in the tactics that they do, in the reporting that they do. HBO writing a satire show that is not quite meant to be satire, but is it's definitely not news, but it is, just like The Daily Show, definitely not news, but it is, are allowed to basically go out and say defamatory things. Now, the question is when they transcend, and I don't know about Bob Murray, I don't care about Bob Murray, but when they transcend from telling the joke, right, to telling a lie that is meant to be taken as a fact, suddenly we've got an issue. And anti-SLAPP should not shield these companies. But look at what she says. Lawyers will note how many times Oliver says, "I would argue" in the segment. He's crafting specifically his word to avoid the defamatory meaning. They're flat out saying he's not doing the research to ensure his words are true. He's molding his language to ensure his lies can be dealt with legally. Like, what is that? That's what we want? We want everyone to say, in my opinion, T. Greg Doucette pedophiled a bunch of children in 1998. Like, that's no. We shouldn't be allowed to do that. It shouldn't be the turn of phrase that protects, that makes our lies okay. It should be the fact that we're not lying. That's the point. Defamation is there for when someone lies to cause you damage, which we have an unprecedented ability to do today. We have an unprecedented ability to damage someone with a lie today. And instead of putting responsibility on people to ensure they're reporting facts, especially think of the newsroom support that John Oliver has with HBO's resources. Think he can't fact check? Like, he can't fact check it? But we're supposed to hinge on a clever turn of phrase to suddenly make it not a lie? What if the lie causes the damage, but you said, "I would argue"? This is not where we want to be. And here we go. I didn't really laugh, though. Without the protection of federal anti-SLAPP legislation or HBO's bankroll, I live in near constant fear of people like Bob Murray. Don't lie about him. How about that? It's cathartic to make fun of them, but ultimately they're winning. The law has not kept up with the strategy of quelling journalism through lawsuits. Yeah, you know what, guys? She's right. Journalism is at risk right now. Have you seen how all of the journalism is on hold? How journalism has definitely stopped lying about people on all spectrums of all incomes. Journalism has stopped misrepresenting facts. We're in real danger right now of journalism no longer being able to speak openly about things because lawsuits, man, it's stopping all of the journalism from happening. There's never been more journalism than right now, you dolt. Never, ever in history has there been more freer, open journalism with less consequences than right now. And there are the number of frivolous lawsuits going on as a result of even short form journalism of YouTube, so to speak, is basically nil. There's almost none. Journalism is freer than it's ever been. And this person's like, "Oh, we're gonna lose it if we don't get a federal anti-SLAPP law." What are you talking about? Oliver can say, "Come at me, bro. I can't risk that heat." Sweetheart, you don't have the ability to damage someone like John Oliver does. The lie would have to be really big. I'm so sick of this stuff. Jeffrey Epstein didn't go to Greenland. Thank you for $5. I have an idea that might not. I don't know if YouTube's gonna uphold that. Okay. Tim Oliver says, "Good day, Nick. First timer here. Hey, thanks, buddy. Welcome. Also, I assume you're the Tim Oliver from the Vic Kicks Back donation. Thank you for that. I've never once tweeted about the case, but I just discovered that Monica has blocked me. I guess because I liked one of Ty's tweets once. As a response to that, I'm giving 50 to you and another 50 to the GoFundMe. Rock on. Hey, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. I really do. Obviously, I enjoy when people give me money, but I do appreciate it as well. And I hope only to earn the $50 by providing you some entertainment and laughs. Harbinger 345 says, "Do you think part of the lemon's brain was repurposed to be a second lung after the West Nile threw an unsupervised frat party in the real one?" Well, there's enough air up there, I guess. Because I don't believe there's much brain in there. Just a conspiracy theory, though. Better than theirs. Bryce Byerly says, in California, the anti-slap laws are supposed to be for poor people. Biggest user, Church of Scientology. Yeah. Anti-slaps. The tool of the poor. Liberator of the poor. People don't sue the poor. You don't sue the poor. Was there an ad for an overactive bladder? That'd be great. I am getting up there in age. Okay. What do we got here? Let's go through the motion and then we'll hit these tweets. The Ron tweets, the Toye tweets. Oh my gosh. Both of your Twitter accounts are suspended? Well, my only Twitter account's suspended. Womp womp. Plaintiff's motion for protective order. To the Honorable Judge of said court now comes Plaintiff Victor Mignogna and files his motion for protective order, asking this honorable court to order Ty Beard not to be compelled to attend the hearing at 10:30 a.m. on September 21st, 2019. In support thereof, plaintiff would respectfully show the following. Plaintiff asks the honorable court for a protective order in regard to the subpoena dated November 6, 2019, seeking to compel the attendance of Ty Beard, counsel of record for plaintiff, at 10:30 a.m. on November 21st, 2019, on the grounds that the testimony sought is not relevant to any fact of consequence before the court for determination at that time. Plaintiff asks the court to enter a protective order directing that Ty Beard need not comply with defendant's subpoena on the additional grounds that plaintiff must be protected from the disclosure of privileged material and information. Ty Beard is plaintiff's attorney in this matter. Mr. Beard is not a fact witness to the issues before the court. Mr. Beard's communications with plaintiff are protected by work product and attorney-client privileges. Wherefore, premises considered, plaintiff asks the court to grant his motion for protective order directing Ty Beard not be compelled to attend the hearing on at 10:30 a.m. on November 21st, 2019, and further relief to which plaintiff may be entitled. So I love the indecision here, and the indecision. Here we go. 2-4. Oh, excuse me. 2-4 and on at. But this was sent by Ryan Sellers. So like I said, very, very, very short document. There's the signature pages. But that's it. Very simple. They've moved for a protective order to prevent the testimony and subpoena of Ty Beard and the documents requested. Of course, Lemoyne should know and does know that what he asked for was improper. And he would have to show a lot more than whatever he thinks he has shown to get the court to entertain the idea that some sort of gross impropriety. Oh, I forgot to talk about that conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory that that Ty threatened to murder Chris Latenight and all of his family if he didn't lie under oath in an affidavit, and then if he didn't steal his signature off of a McDonald's receipt and then put that signature on an unsworn declaration that was written only by Ty Beard. You know, that conspiracy, of course, also that because again, it's just baffling to these people that when you bully someone and try to ruin their business, that they might offer an affidavit and testimony in favor of your opponent. Like, they just might do that. They might not really appreciate you trying to ruin their business over your lies. Like, they may not like that. Remember, Monica, when you and Ron were on the phone with Chris Latenight and you threatened to ruin his business because of your lies against Vic? Like, remember how your weird little cuck with his remote control was threatening to withhold sponsorships to Kamehacon? Remember when all of those actual facts actually happened? Remember when you were blowing up Slaytosh's phone in an uproar over the fact that he was going to have Vic at the convention? Remember that? When you literally interfered with a contract that you knew to exist? When you did that, that's what this is about. People don't like when you threaten to ruin their business if they don't go your way. They don't like it. So then, you know, sometimes they'll just offer to give like maybe an affidavit or whatever saying what happened. I don't know. They don't like being bullied by you. We know you like to throw that weight around, and it is significant. A significant amount of weight that you like to throw around. But the reality is people don't like it. I can't understand these people. I bet you this is remember, do you guys remember when Monica had Todd removed from a panel at a convention, quote, for her safety? And I called it out, and Ron threatened me over Twitter, threatened to sue me if I didn't offer a retraction. Yeah. Why didn't you? Oh, that's right. Because everything that's been said is true. It's true. You do try to ruin people's business when they disagree with you. You do it. You did it at Kamehacon. You did it at AzumiCon, and you know it. They're trying to pretend like people are lying about them. We know you did it. Your little boyfriend's texts, he verified them on Twitter. Said they were his. I think he verified him at deposition too. I can't remember. Or he verified him in some other part of the discovery. We know you're lying. That's the worst part. The worst part is we all know you're lying. The only people still pretending you aren't lying is you. I don't know why. You've won, right? Just own up to it. Yeah, we did this. Vic can't touch us. Nah, 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 nah. You're kind of doing that. You're kind of trying to do that. You've been doing it for 10 months now. Where you lie and pretend like you're not. I got it. Well, someone saw through you. Let's talk about this. Here we go. I don't know who this Diesel guy is. No idea. I'm not really interested in his words. Can't zoom in. How annoying is that? Okay. So here we go. I hope you guys can read this. I assume you can. Let me just check. Oh yeah, you can read it. You can see that the font that this person is using is absolute cancer, and they might need to consider going to Greenland for having this font on their messenger. Disgusting. Whoever you are, you're beautiful for this conversation, but you are absolutely disgusting and should be thrown out of society for daring to use this font. Gross. Okay. So let's go through this real quick. Ron says, what is the contact information for your legal representation? Mine is ceric@cowlesthompson.com. That is his email. I have sent him this review. I am asking you to take this down before legal action is taken. What? Oh, Diesel, is that you? Are you here in the show? Hey, welcome, buddy. Diesel, whose messages are these? That's you? It's your tweets, but it's your messaging too? I mean, I would apologize, except I have to get glaucoma treatment after reading this. So... Oh, you have no idea about the font. Oh, okay. Okay, well the font, yeah, the font is garbage. Is garbage. Okay, so here we go. So this person says, oh, hey, Ron. Long time. Contact info is ronb at ex-wife.com. That is a fantastic burn. ronbeatshis-ex-wife.com. That's great. Huh. You're asking me. Sounds like a demand when a legal action is tied to non-compliance. You wouldn't be trying to remove my right to free speech, are you? You are, in fact, a public figure, and what was stated is not false. So good luck, I guess. When you play stupid games, Ron, you win stupid prizes, and by God, you're a winner, Ron. So Ron then doxes him. He's doxed. Does the research. Doodlebug Boutique for you about whatever on Facebook business. So guys, if you want to go show Doodlebug Boutique some support, I know he's terribly quivering and whinnying in fear and probably urinating everywhere. Can you imagine the amount of urine that is just spraying all over the place in terror of Ron Snack Tray Soye? But if you want, you can follow this link. You'd have to type it in, because I can't copy and paste it from a picture. But you could go like that person's Facebook page and show them some support if you want to do that. I don't, like I said, I do not encourage the negative review thing. I don't encourage anything like that. But if you want to show someone support for standing up to an absolute cuckold who's trying to silence his speech, that's up to you. They might appreciate giving their page a look, their business page a look. So... Is this your other page? I will be forwarding this information to my legal team. And then this is great, because I don't think Ron gets what happens here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you had the skills to track me down. Please no, I'll do whatever you want. Here comes Ron's. Look at this response. I do not want anything from you besides removing the review. Ah! The review has nothing to do with Chris's business, and it is inappropriate. Who's Chris? Is this Chris Sabat? Is it Chris Sabat? Who's Chris? I don't know who Chris is. I legitimately have no idea. Does anybody have these reviews? Oh, turns out to be a real business, not your business. Oh my God. Does anybody have the review? Can you email them to me if you've got the review? I want to see the review. What is Ron so worried about being out there? If you can email them to me, I'll pull them up on the show. The review has nothing to do with Chris's business, and it is inappropriate. The games being played and the spear campaign against us needs to stop. Listen, Ron has been cucked so hard that he thinks it's a spear campaign every time a bigger man shows up. That's a brutal pegging. That's left marks. That's left fissures even. Lawsuits are no joke. My legal bill is over $200K right now. That is just us. We paid it on our own. No GoFundMe, no requests from fans. Hey, Ron. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I think you lied to this gentleman. I think you lied straight out. Why? You always lying, Ron. Of course I don't know. I guess I could review your lawyer's billing statements. I wonder if it shows the payments. But I really wonder. We paid it on our own. No GoFundMe, no request. GoFundMe! Oh, shoot! What am I doing? Whoop, 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 whoop. GoFundMe. An unsolicited GoFundMe appears. Throw your Pokeballs at it. Ron's used to having balls thrown in his face. Throw your Pokeballs at the unsolicited GoFundMe. $260,080. Again, look at it, permeates everything. Why? What is the psychology behind their fear of it? I mean, I know what it is. You guys know what it is. We're unlicensed armchair psychologists, but we know it is the realization that they didn't do what they set out to do as effectively as they wanted to do it. Sure, they got Vic removed. They got him removed from Funimation. They wanted that. They wanted his career as dead as it could be. They haven't gotten him removed from all of the conventions yet. And they certainly haven't stopped thousands upon thousands of people deciding to support Vic. You know, Vic has gained over 50,000 Twitter followers since this started. How many did Monica gain? How many did Monica gain? Let's see. Social Blade. Let's go with Twitter. Realisms. Okay. I don't know. This is an unsolicited stat dive. Good Lord. He's got 63,553. Oh, wait. This isn't Monica Rial. That's a weird teenage boy. Oh, she lost 17 followers today. I wonder why. She lost a follower every tweet. That's weird. Let's see. So there's her follower growth. Been pretty steady through 2018. Then in 2019, she got a big spike leading up to March. And then it's kind of been flat or down even on follower growth. Wonder what her followers are. Can we pull bigger statistics on what the numbers are? I don't know if we can. Let's compare. Let's compare. Where is it? Where's the comparison? Oh, I'm so bad at this. Compare. Twitter profiles. Realisms. At Vic Mignogna. Whoops, I typed him in wrong. Vic Mignogna. Right? There we go. Total followers. Oh, we can find it. Here's the bump. Realisms was at 53,015. Vic was at 77,600. She's now at 63,000. She's gained 10,000 followers. He's gained how much? 77. He's gained almost 50,000. 40 something thousand. Daily followers. Vic gained a lot right away here. And then Vic gained a lot as we go on. He gets some nice spikes here and there. He's barely tweeting. Future channel followers for Realisms. They, for some reason, think that Monica's follower count is going to rise significantly faster than Vic's, which I find a little bit weird based on the data. But there they go. They do think that in 5 years, what? Stop giving me the ad. In 5 years, he'll be at 128,000. She'll be at 95,000. I don't know how they determine this stuff, because it looks to me like his growth model or his growth curve should be higher than hers. But yeah. So that's what we've got. Remember, this is what the GoFundMe represents. This is why it bothers them. He's getting more followers. More people are supporting him than are supporting them. She was supposed to get those followers. She's the victim. Remember? She's the victim. She was supposed to get all the love because of her fake story. Her fake story was supposed to get her all the love and it didn't. This is why the GoFundMe bothers them so much. It's a numerical, it's a monetary representation of something they will never have. Because they know, had they tried to crowdfund this, they would have gotten made to look fools. Look at Jamie Markey's crowdfunding attempt. For an allegedly good cause. Crappy organization, but a good cause. Couldn't raise any money. Mars Girl, nothing. Nothing. Just enough money to swindle people out, pay 15 minutes for a lawyer, and then round out that Steam library. Ron and Monica, God, I wish they would have crowdfunded. I wish they would have done it. It would have been so funny to watch it languish behind. But they were afraid. They still are. They're afraid of that number. Because their supporters don't put up dollars. And they don't buy tickets to anime cons. Because they're a bunch of cucked lefty lawyers, right? That's their support base now. It's a bunch of male feminist lawyers who have a long history of supporting specifically Me Too style causes. Good job. Great crowd. They're going to help you pay for anything? No. What you are doing could be expense and waste time. That's not grammatically accurate, Ron. I do not want to sue you. Then don't. Go say all you want to say on Twitter, but leave it off review pages. Do you realize that a review page is more protected than Twitter? Like, a review page is even more protected than Twitter. I know that in my past I was toxic. You still are, you weasel. You're threatening someone over a review for something that you did. Hold on, I gotta see if I got that email yet. I want to have the context of this. Okay, here we go. Let me, oh, wait. Oh, here we go. It was removed by the Yelp support team. I'm removing any sort of potential info. Here we go. So here's the Yelp support team. Complained to Yelp and everything, man. This really hurt him. We're reaching out to let you know that our moderators removed your review of Okratron 5000 because it wasn't clear that your review described your firsthand experiences as a customer of the business. We typically remove reviews that don't focus on the reviewer's firsthand experiences as a customer of the business, such as secondhand experiences, observation from the perspective of a non-customer, or complaints about the business's practices or politics. To learn more, check our content guidelines. Remove content. Ron Toye is a known wife beater. He beat his 2 ex-wives. Texas courts documented that. Sabat, Toye, and Monica Rial, along with some friends, are on a mission to destroy an innocent man's life because they are trash and jealous of that man's success and fan base. They use this studio to make pedophile, racial, and very homophobic slurs. Whoa, look at those bad... Texas courts are documenting this right now. All of this can be found under these hashtags. Hashtag funny leaks, hashtag justice for Dende, hashtag not funny, hashtag the sacred ointment. What's interesting is that those are indicative of firsthand experience with the product of Okratron 5000. Absolutely. Silly Yelp. Silly Yelp. Okay, anyway. Yeah. I know I was toxic. I never beat my ex-wives. That's an X to doubt. But I did slap Marcy with a remote on the thigh, and that is unacceptable. You threatened to murder her! You threatened to murder her! You threatened to beat a toddler, Ron! I would use anger as a way to manipulate and control people. Now he uses emojis. Toxic masculinity was a thing for me. Well, Ron, we know masculinity is not a thing for you at all now. Toxic or otherwise. After my divorce, I was depressed and went to counseling. Oh, we're all very sad for you. I got help for my anger and still go to counseling. You need more. You need more, Ron. I work on myself every day, and that is why I tweeted about a man who I had no interactions with over 400 times. That's why I did it. because I'm working on myself. I lied about someone 400 times because I'm working on myself and my anger issues. I'm certainly not mad that I was retroactively cucked by a man, that maybe my fiance didn't tell me about the fact that she made out with this man at some point in time. Is that what happened, Ron? Were you just retroactively jealous? Were you so jealous that you got mad at Monica and then she said that it was non-consensual? That she then came up with this rape story that never manifested prior? Is that what happened, Ron? Did you cause this with your anger issues and your jealousy issues? Is that what happened? Were you so threatened by the fact that Monica may have had a consensual encounter with someone years ago that you scared her into making this whole thing? Is that what happened? I mean, she tells you everything except those things that she didn't tell you about, right? That kind of came out at the deposition when she said, "Oh, we share everything. I tell him everything." And then, what did you tell him about this? Well, no, I didn't tell him about that. Did you tell him about this? No, I didn't. We hadn't really talked about that either. Had you talked about her encounter with Vic years ago, the one that didn't end up meaning anything? Did you do that, Ron? Get really mad? Was she scared because of her prior experiences where she was abused at the hands of another man? Did your anger manipulate Monica in that way, Ron? Did you know about it? Did you know your anger would do that to her? Have you been angry with her before? Has she been scared of your anger before, Ron? Manipulators tend to be pretty good at recognizing their ability to manipulate. Wouldn't that be disgusting if all of this boiled down to Monica lying about some old fling with Vic because Ron is a wife abuser? Wouldn't that be, that would be the ugliest story. God, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. Unfortunately, the only people who can prove it true or false are known liars. But God, I hope for everybody's sake that that's not true. I mean, it's happened before. It happens all the time. Right? A guy gets accused of rape because girl wanted an abortion. She had to report a rape to get one. Right? That happens. That happens with frequency. Actually, shocking frequency. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know that happened. I can see it happening. That's the sad thing. I'll never know if it was true or not. But it would be a real shame if Monica was scared of you and then made up a lie, and then you ran with that lie because of your weird anger issues. Okay. That is why after 6 years I have turned myself around and become who I am today. Oh, God. Turn a different direction, buddy. My ex-wife, first ex Andrea, is one of my biggest supporters. She wrote an affidavit for me just in case I had to sue for false information when this stuff was leaked. Ron, it's in the documents. It's in the documents. It is public and I didn't have it sealed because I can't. Wanted to show people that humans can change. That's not why you didn't have it sealed, Ron. You didn't have it sealed because there's nothing to seal. There's no compelling reason for you to have it sealed. Also, I wanted to let you know I purchased something from your store. Trying to bribe him. Just pay him off, Ron. It'll be fine. I hope you have a great day and that you remove the review. Look, that's great and everything, and I commend you for correcting your past errors. I truly do. We've shaken hands before, and I know you were sincere with our conversation then. I've been in both groups surrounding this community. I was there before it happened, and the first day it happened, and the smear campaign. Why'd you call it a smear campaign, Diesel? It's a spear campaign. He said so himself. Was not started by Vic or his supporters, and you know this, Ron. The evidence speaks for itself. Y'all have some very deranged people at the forefront still going at Vic. Y'all played a game with the public, and the public responded. Y'all have the capacity to fix this, and yet there's still trash talking and people calling this man a pedo, and that is all because of you and Monica. True. True facts. So I've said my piece. We will see each other again, but I'm not like most people. We'll both be respectful to each other. I don't carry grudges, but I won't show support until y'all fix what y'all started. I hope somehow you realize what's really at stake here. We spoke the truth. Lie. The court ruled we didn't lie or do anything wrong. Nope. He chose to bring the lawsuit against us. He chose to partner with Nick. Nope. Vic is not my partner, Ron. This is what I'm talking about. Vic isn't my partner. Vic doesn't watch my show. Vic has no influence over what I do or say. I know you're used to having other men tell you what to do, Ron, but I don't. I'm bad with authority. I don't listen well. I'm kind of a dick, okay? And I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. But that's where we are. Partner with Nick and Ty that has been talking about him nightly. Most nights. Only when you do something sped-worthy, only when you do something stupid do I have to talk about this. Trying to cover other content and you guys keep filing stupid things. Going over documents, videos, and more. Yes, people want to know what's going on in the case, Ron. And when I don't cover a document, you guys criticize me for not covering it. Now I am going to ask again, are you going to take down that review? The public can respond, but the courts responded to the public with the ruling we knew was coming. 90 attorneys, nope, from across the country have been telling people this lawsuit was doomed from the beginning. Here we go. Go back to the timeline. He started talking 5 to 6 days before I ever tweeted. Yeah, sure, Ron. He posted his first apology way before I said anything. Then he talked in the Discord. Then he had 2 apology videos on February 4th from the convention in California. He admitted to almost everything that people said he did. Lie. He just had a different opinion on how it went down. No. He didn't admit to anything, Ron. He said, I'm sorry if any of my actions have ever left anyone uncomfortable at all. He didn't admit to anything, you weird, disgusting little whelp. His ex wrote an affidavit about his abuse and infidelity. When do we get to learn about his ex's abuse? When do we get to learn about that? She's just fine though, right? His abuse. What abuse? She didn't write anything about abuse, by the way. She wrote about infidelity. But are you going onto his page and writing reviews? This man cheated on his fiance, who he wasn't married to. Here's my last request for you to remove the review and to stop spreading these lies. What lies? Everything in that review was true, Ron. Let me read it again. I'm not going to pull it up on stream because I closed my snip of it. Well, I could do it real quick. I don't want to be accused of lying about what's in there. I'm just gonna pull up the thing. Okay. Ron Toy is a known wife beater. True. He beat his 2 ex-wives. I think that's true. We know he made physical contact with one. We know he threatened to beat the other one, threatened to beat up family members, threatened to beat up children. I don't see any reason to think that he didn't beat his other ex-wife. Texas court documented that. True. Sabit, Toye, and Monica Rial, along with some friends, are on a mission to destroy an innocent man's life because they're trash. True. And jealous of that man's success and fan base. True. They use this studio to make pedophile, racial, and very homophobic slurs. True. Texas courts are documenting this right now. True. All this can be found under these hashtags. True. Everything in that's true, Ron. Weird. Ron, do you remember threatening to murder a judge's children? Pepperidge Farms remembers. No, Ron, y'all didn't. You took somewhat real events and injected hurt feelings towards them a decade later. The court didn't rule anything, it dismissed them. There's a huge difference. I don't blame you for being uncomfortable around Vic when you know he and Monica had their fling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But this is the wrong way. The review stays. Simply because you thought it would be a good idea to ruin a man publicly instead of legally. You can sue me, but I'll win under the same law that got you dismissed. Next we've got... That's not how this works, but I understand your misunderstanding of everything. Wrong your... based on who you have chosen to listen to. I will let Casey know to proceed. Ooh, watch out. I'll be waiting to hear from Casey, just like everyone is still waiting for this. Karma's a bitch. Hope you realize that. And then he's got a tweet from Ron saying, no direct apology to Monica or any other survivors. General comment, and if people respected his wishes, why are people still attacking her? Because she's trash, just like you. That's why people attacked you guys. You lied to ruin someone's life. What's the mystery, Ron? What's the mystery here? You lied to ruin someone's life, and then someone who had a whole bunch of people who like them. Why are you so bewildered by the fact that people attacked you for it? You lied about someone, and you know how they know you lied? Because they've met Vic, and they haven't seen anything that you've said. There should be reams of photos and videos of Vic actually assaulting people because you all allege he did it in public. All of you. There should be photos everywhere. One of the most photographed people in your stupid little industry. There should be an endless parade, but what do you give? He's giving a hug to someone who paid him for the hug. He's taking a picture with someone who paid him for a picture. He's having fun hanging out with people who are in his fan club. These are the pictures and videos you've produced. You haven't produced anything from anyone that is actually supported by the person who had it done. Other than people who said, I was fine with it at the time. Well, yes, they stood in line for 2 hours to be fine with it. They watched every single person in front of them undergo the trauma that they were about to endure. This is why no one believes you, because they've actually met Vic, and it doesn't add up. I'm not going to say it. Because you're uglier than other people who he didn't molest. They don't believe you because it's not even plausible. Because there aren't reports from conventions where it happened, and the ones that happen to pop up are second and third hand. They're second and third hand, and they're misunderstandings of other people's things, and they all boil down to they thought celebrity was an asshole when they interacted with him. Well, la-di-da. That's only all of them. That's only every celebrity who's ever walked the earth. The guest at a convention made a demand that a unpaid volunteer didn't want to fulfill, and then suddenly a decade later, they raped children. That's how your people work, Ron. That's why no one believes them. Expect to hear from him soon. Go back and read the sworn affidavits from the women he hurt. Oh, yes, the most trustworthy of women with the most believable of stories. The ones who all at the time were fine with it. Posted about it, tweeted about it, put it on their Facebook pages. Karma is being served and only you trolls are having a problem with it. Ron, you're the one with the problem. You initiated the problem. I wish it didn't have to come to a legal situation. It doesn't, but it is what it is. Good luck with the karma stuff. Wink face. Uh-oh. There it is. That's the proof right there. That's the anger. Ron is mad. You know he's mad. He's admitted that he uses emojis to try and check his own personal feelings. So funny that you're demanding a cease and desist from actual facts, but didn't think twice to go full retard on Vic. Did you cease and desist? Still haven't. They're still trashing Vic. He's still trashing Vic privately to someone right now. Right now. Amazing. Amazing. Still, the defendants are still trashing Vic. I read all that, watched every minute of the depots, and clearly understand exactly who is lying in all this. You're not a sheepdog. I can smell Monica's jealousy from over here. Yours too. You haven't changed. You just changed your way of delivering abuse. If you would have kept your mouth shut and went through police, there would be no lawsuit. True. True, because there wouldn't be a criminal charge either. Next. I'm still waiting, like we're waiting on mountains of evidence. So this is 12 days have passed. We're waiting on mountains of evidence. 20 years of this, and not one person was able to get Vic on camera being a predator. Y'all tried photoshopping. True. Contradicting affidavits. True. Still shots from videos. True. Man, when is it enough? Seriously, though, let me ask you a serious question. If y'all got your way without the lawsuit, where did it end? What was the end game for y'all? Where would Vic be at the end of your crusade? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Did you see where the judge dismissed this? I'm talking about the new one. Would you like her contact info? Lol threatens to dox his... Threatens? What? Is he still violently controlling his ex-wife? That he's threatening now to dox her to random people on the internet? That's horrifying to think. Why, Ron? Why would you do that? Would you like her contact info? LOL! Guess where my son lives now? I'm guessing with her. Did Nick not share that information? Ron, it's not really in the documents. Oh yeah, we tracked down who emailed something yesterday too. Huh? What? Smiley face. Oh, he's got a wink face. Smiley face. You obviously haven't read the documents. You're clueless. Why are you this triggered? There's some irony, right? There's some irony. Or so heartless to see how your actions scream that of a hypocrisy. We provided evidence. Nope. We turned in, I believe, 12 sworn affidavits showing his actions. None of them showed his actions, Ron. That's what you don't understand. None of them showed his actions. See. None of them showed his actions at all. He demonstrated pulling Jamie's hair. Nope, he did not. That's you lying. Well, that's Sam Johnson lying. He admitted to, he said he did it to multiple ladies. Nope. Nope. He admitted to sleeping with prostitutes. No, a prostitute one time. You liar. And years and years ago. Lied about being party to a lawsuit. What is he talking about there? I don't know what that means. His legal team was caught committing fraud. False. His affiants were caught committing perjury. And yet, no, they weren't. Ron. No affiants have commit perjury except yours. I mean, yours have. Yours absolutely have. You have Geiga Jaw. You have Excavator Jaw digging herself into an early grave all over every social media platform she can. Oh, and also admitting that what she claimed as firsthand knowledge was actually the notes of someone else. Keep lying, Ron. Keep lying. Let's see. And yet you call us liars. That's because you are. We have been proved. No. In court to not have lied. Not at all, actually. It never was proved. There's no finder of fact on the nature of your statements. At all, Ron. So that's definitely not true. Vic will end up owing around $1 to $2 million after all of this. You hope. You hope that's true. You and everyone else can try to bring up my past, but I paid the cost for my actions. I had to go through 2 divorces. What did you do to the women and children in your lives, you disgusting scumbag? I had to go through 2 divorces. Ron, you threatened to murder people, and you threatened to beat toddlers, and you threatened to chop up dogs. You're the scum of the earth. You're one of the worst husbands I've ever heard of. You're horrifying. Thank God they divorced you before you did it. Thank God they divorced you before you murdered someone. You sick little man. Woe is you having to go through divorces. Think about what you did to little Ronnie Jr. Dear God, man. Anger management, and I still go to a counselor because I am dedicated. Where are we? To being a better person every day. Well, except when you're not, right? Except when you try to flex up on some guy because of something he said that you didn't like. You're going to send him to Casey Eric? Don't bring any women around. Casey might yell at them. Kaizen is the way I approach my life. This is a Six Sigma loser. Oh, no. No, my ex is my biggest supporter now. Sure she is, Ron. What does that say about Monica? Monica's not your biggest supporter now? Your ex is? Ron, think about what you're typing, you weirdo. When you have documented proof of change, it's hard for people like you or the others online who attempt to smear me with this stuff. No, it's pretty easy, actually. It's really easy. Really easy to show what you are. Because I own up to it. Or 1, because I own up to it. No, you don't. You've mitigated every single thing that you've done. Constantly throughout this. 2, did the work to change. 3, have people who will have seen the change and will defend me forever. You can continue being... forever for now. For now, Ron. For now. You're still a man, Ron. Don't forget that you're still male. At least allegedly. You can continue being angry and upset, but nothing about my past will change the facts of this case. Ron, you're the mad one here, buddy. You're the one threatening legal action against someone who posted a review that was entirely truthful. And then he's got Monica. And here's a review that she had. I guess he's showing that they leave I guess they're showing that they leave bad reviews. I think that's the intent there. Something like that. Okay. Whatever. I don't really care about those. Oh, wait. Here's the second one. Why? I don't know. This is a good review. I don't understand why this is on here, but I don't really care. Like I said, I guess that's just to show that Monica leaves reviews. But wow. What is this? Oh, this is a Supreme Court case. Whew, I'm supposed to rant about this too before jumping into Ace Attorney. I better hurry. Let's see. Brian Dewig says, is this a new defamation for which action could be brought? Probably not. Probably not. Siren Jag says, Ron just keeps eating his spoon-sized shredded wheat, just hoping to turn back into the kid in him so that Sabbath might Dende him. Gross. Hashtag justice for Dende. Okay, so this is the Supreme Court allows Sandy Hook families to sue Remington. Let's go through this real quick. This is frustrating. We'll go through this real quick, and then we will do Ace Attorney. The Supreme Court won't stop a lawsuit brought by Sandy Hook victims' families against Remington Arms Co., the manufacturer of the semi-automatic rifle that was used in the 2012 mass shooting at an elementary school. The court decided not to take up an appeal by Remington, so they didn't really do anything other than allow the lower court ruling to stand. That marks a blow to the gun industry. Depending on the outcome of the case, it could open the door to gun violence victims' families suing gun manufacturers for damages, and then guns are done. By the way, guns are done. Imagine if you could sue an auto company, okay? Not because there was a defect in the car, but because someone decided to drive the car down the beach and run over a child. Imagine if you could sue if you could sue Dodge for someone ramming a Ram pickup into a school bus intentionally. Not an accident. Not a defect. Not a faulty brake line. But that someone could drive a Ford F-150 into an ice cream shop and kill 4 people on purpose because they don't like the flavors that Cold Stone Creamery's offering that day. And that they could sue Ford for that. That's the principle we have here. Is that because someone took a gun and murdered someone else, we should hold the gun manufacturer liable. Why? It's an intentional act. And typically in tort law, when we have an intentional, an intervening or superseding act, that superseding act is where the fault lies, right? A gun is otherwise going to sit there unless someone comes along, picks it up, points it at someone, and pulls the trigger. That's the superseding or intervening act that happens that changes the liability from the gun, which is just sitting there, to the person who picks it up and shoots it at someone else. If the gun were just sitting there and went off and killed a kid, then yes, that would be a faulty product that would potentially open up the company to products liability. If there wasn't sufficient warning, oh, by the way, this fires out a projectile that will murder someone if you point it at them. Then if we're to expect that that's a necessary warning on guns, which I think it actually is a warning on guns that you buy new, that they're dangerous firearms and participating in them could lead to serious injury and all of that stuff. That's a different story. This is about someone taking a gun, pointing it at someone, and trying to kill them. A stolen gun, mind you, not one that was bought. That's important. I mean, it was bought by someone, but remember that Adam Lanza, the Sandy Hook shooter, murdered his mother and took her gun. This gun wasn't purchased for the purpose of killing children. That's what they're going to try and lay out here. That's not what happened. Not at all what happened. This gun was purchased legally, and then a murder occurred and the gun was taken. Okay. Sandy Hook victims' families are grateful for the Supreme Court's decision. Attorneys for the family said in a statement, they called Remington's appeal to the company's latest attempt to avoid accountability. What accountability do they have? They didn't kill your kids. I'm sorry that your kids died. I really am. That was an awful day. I remember that day. A spokesman for Remington could not immediately be reached for comment. 2005 federal law protects many gun manufacturers from wrongful death lawsuits brought by family members, but families of victims of the elementary school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut are pushing a different approach. A survivor and families of 9 other victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting are attempting to hold Remington Arms Company, the manufacturer of the semi-automatic rifle that was used in the crime, partly responsible by targeting the company's marketing strategy. Again, it wasn't purchased by the killer. Lawyers for the victims sued Remington, contending that the company marketed rifles by extolling the militaristic qualities of the rifle. Oh, that's right. The militaristic qualities of murdering children, apparently. And reinforcing the image of a combat weapon, combat with children in an elementary school, obviously, in violation of a Connecticut law that prevents deceptive marketing practices. The rifle was, quote, designed as a military weapon and, quote, engineered to deliver maximum carnage with extreme efficiency, they argue in legal briefs. You see the problem, right? Those are valid things to say, especially if you're selling them for the purposes of defending your home. The attorney said Tuesday they are ready to resume discovery and proceed towards trial, quote, to shed light on Remington's profit-driven strategy. Oh man, a private company is in it for profit? Whoa, I take back everything I said. The profit motive? I didn't realize this was some sort of profit game. I didn't realize this was some sort of profit scandal where they're trying to take money from people through a transaction. Nova Zero says, I got you now, Nikki. I know you keep calling the Cuck Suprema wife abuser because you don't want to be a hypocrite with what you wear on your late night doc shows. Oh, hi, Monica. The late night doc streams with the wife beaters. Abusers. Crap. Tank tops. To expand the market for high-powered semi-automatic guns and court high-risk users at the expense of American safety. This gun was not bought by a high-risk user. This gun was stolen by a murderer. Remington is a private company, but shares of competitor Sturm Ruger fell less than 1%, and American Outdoor Brands, makers of Smith & Wesson, fell by 1.2%. Consumer market for rifles has fallen precipitously in recent years. Colt, the manufacturer of the AR-15 rifle, has announced it's exiting the consumer rifle market. Similar gun was used in the Sandy Hook shooting. So there you go. That's the story. I mean, big problems with this are obviously that this gun wasn't purchased. The marketing strategy and a profit motive. A profit motive is not only welcome, but expected from a private company. They have a duty to their shareholders to create, to their share and stakeholders to create money through the sale of products. They have a duty to expand the market for one of their product lines and try and sell it to as many people as possible. There was another, here's one other thing I wanted to show. I was in a different article. Hold on one second. This is the one. There we go. Look at this weird looking dude. Oh, that's not a dude. That's Barbara Mattson. Okay. Supreme Court allows family's case against Remington Arms to proceed. I'm not going to read this whole thing. There is a specific... There's more of the advertising stuff. Here we go. One of the plaintiffs in the case is David Wheeler, whose 6-year-old son Ben was killed in the Sandy Hook shooting, can't say it enough. This is tragic. It's tragic. It's awful. It's an atrocity committed by a nasty, nasty, broken, murderous person. Wheeler told NPR earlier this year that to him, the lawsuit is about responsibility, and he recalled one of the Remington's ads for a gun that carried the tagline, "Consider your man card reissued." Okay? That's the tagline. Quote, "What kind of society allows manhood to be defined in this way?" In what way? In owning a gun? A cool gun? In owning a piece of technology that is used for self-defense, that is used for sport? Yes, we live in a society. We do. We do. In filings with the U.S. Supreme Court, the Sandy Hook family say Remington, quote, "published promotional materials that promised military-proven performance for a mission-adaptable shooter in need of the ultimate combat weapon system." Yeah, because you know who also might buy these? Security people. Mercenaries. Legal mercenaries, by the way. Contractors, licensed contractors might want to choose this. The companies that hire contractors, security companies. There are marketing reasons for this. That exists. And those are civilians. A lot of them are ex-military, but they're civilians. They're ex-military. They also accused the company of fostering a, quote, "lone gunman narrative" as it promoted the Bushmaster, citing an ad that proclaimed, quote, "forces of opposition, bow down. You are single-handedly outnumbered." Oh, that's what made Adam Lanza kill children. Don't you guys know that? Ugh. Anyway. Parents who lost their children on that horrible day have said it was no accident that Lanza picked the AR-15 style rifle to carry out his shooting rampage. 2016, Nicole Hockley, whose son Dylan was killed in the attack on his elementary school, said the gunman chose an AR-15 style gun, quote, "because he knew it would kill as many people as possible as fast as possible." I mean, they're actually more effective guns too. But I think he chose the AR-15 style gun because that's what was in his mom's cupboard, right? That's what she had. He didn't choose it. That's the gun that was there. This is, this is, of course, you have to take the tragedy to try and implement the societal change. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Because it is truly awful what happened in December of 2012. Unimaginable. I would never. Oh wait, let's see. I'm gonna get Ace Attorney pulled up here. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, right? It's just awful. But that doesn't mean we changed the law, because the law didn't do this. A deranged, sick person did. All right, let's, what do we got here? What do we got here? Okay. Get Ace Attorney pulled up. Phoenix Wright. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, there it is. Where is it? Here it comes. Insert clever name here says, it's as if they've never seen an advertisement that uses hyperbole to promote their product. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I hate dumping on the families for Sandy Hook because, again, I can't imagine what they went through. I can't. I've had to imagine it, right? But I can't identify with it. I don't wish it on anybody. But at the same time, that doesn't mean we dispose of freedom. And it is freedom. We have free speech to market our products so long as we're not lying about the product. It is protected speech. All right, here we go. Is there a... oh, wait, we have it. It's pulled up there. Sorry. Turn this up a little bit on your end. Turn it down on my end. Okay. Felipe Move says, I'm amazed how everything that Ron says is wrong. He doesn't get the only thing that prevented the case to go forward was Chupp's laziness. Yeah. Oh no, we've got an investigation to do? Ah! Oh no! I was hoping we were at a hearing. I'm not going to need the gavel. It's an investigation. What is this? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Hopefully Chair Kun was entertaining. One of the little ones is not great at actually waking up to go to the bathroom. So I have to move quickly. Catch you later, Ken. Catch you later, Ken. Okay. I gotta get myself into Phoenix Wright character here. Okay. All right, so we are at the detention center. This is day 2 of whatever trial we're on. Investigation day 2. Because that's how these stories build. I'm not going to look up a guide to know where to go for the investigation. That's not playing the game. That's just watching the story. Which I already hate. Watching the story. There's not enough killing in these games. Okay. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. You're not a lawyer at all. So no, of course you're not the lawyer your sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from... Okay, Phoenix, come on, no! Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. What is that move? Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Whew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess he'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. She's lying to you. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. Whoa. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Okay. I know there's nothing to see. It's just a camera and the guard. Okay, I'm not gonna sit and do that. Move. Okay. December 26th, the day after Christmas. It's always the day after a holiday. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Don't do anything rash. Why jump? You have every reason to live. Oh wait, no, dang it, that was a police voice. He must be doing image training for talking down a potential suicide. No, well, he was doing image training for Epstein. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Rook to bishop 7. Checkmate! I don't believe it. You must be playing chess on the computer. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. This is all garbage. Okay. All just nothing. A bunch of nothing. Let's move. Move to the Gourd Lake entrance. Well, let's go to the law office here, just in case. Maybe Gumshoe's here. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. I'm not going to go through all this stuff again. Go to the Grothberg Law Office. Apparently, Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Same stuff as before. Solid mahogany desk. Giving me a solid mahogany. Wood's been polished to a deep luster. I'm a deep luster. For Mia, Maya better get back at it. What? Let's go to the Gourd Lake entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. If you couldn't read the sign, you can't read what he says. Place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. It's a little cold for picnicking these days, though. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. There's a lot of trees here. I guess that's why they call it a nature park. It's quite pretty when the cherry trees along the lakeside blossom in spring. Today, it's just cold. Gosh, profound, deep. Okay, let's move. Wait, what? Oh, the public beach. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Keonce. The famous Gourd Lake. Its green waters stretch out on both sides. It's a pretty big lake, really. Huh? I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks. Right, exit. Oh, okay. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. A hot dog stand. It's closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a hot dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Ah! Let's go to the, boat rental? Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anybody is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Or Christmas! The fact that it's flipping December 26th. There's some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. Oh, the writing in this is really, really, really clunky right now. More forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Let's see. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Trial today. Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. Gotta get my... Just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Okay. Let's talk to this dummy. Let's talk to this dummy. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right. He said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses! I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. Much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's that? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does. I'm doing it again! And him being a prosecutor. And him being scared of earthquakes. It's like I can't keep going Aussie. I hate it. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident. Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. I had a good Boston accent early on, and then I've lost it. It's done. I'm not watching enough Peter Griffin. Still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. Just a second. Random Blaze says Shane ate his shoe homelessburg is also passing around a link from a blip billboard ad campaign using Vic's picture with the word sexual predator on the bottom for Texas roads. Well, there you go. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let it go. Let it go. I told him to let it go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in the... Oh, God. I gotta come up with a different voice. I can't do it anymore. It's dead. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. All right, pal. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Wonder why she brought a camping cooker with her. There's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get into the outdoor spirit. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. There's a sign says, no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. I don't think Lotta takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. It's an SUV, Phoenix. It's literally for this. Okay. Lotta's camera is staring out at the lake as usual. Why hasn't this been put into evidence? Even a novice like me can tell that camera must cost a pretty penny. I hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. She literally has for days now. All right. Let's go back to the detention center. Hey, Nick, you finally came. Okay. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, huh? Those interrogators were really mean. Wait, yeah. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win the case, Nick. Can we just go back to the office and talk instead of staying at the jail? What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. I was just there, no! What do you say? Should we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. I mean, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. All right, back to the lake we go. There aren't many cops around here today, are there? There were just a second ago. They're probably back at the precinct, working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today. What do we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. And a little self-reflection, you might say. I realize that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I've been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could have been an investigative photographer too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? I have some ideas. I mean, there's really not many people around. You've got an SUV. You're already breaking the rules. Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? Turned down for what? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folk are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? Well, what do we do, Nick? Deal, obviously. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa. Gordy? But Gordy Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that show he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first. Got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? Apparently she's dumped him already. We're searching for Gordy, for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. How exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist. Let's go to the public beach. Whoa! What's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick. Oh, how did I do Butts' voice? Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it would be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me. Along with the banner and the statue. Oh wait, was it Lemoyne? Was it Lemoyne? Wow. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. It was the morning. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now. She got them for free. Right. Oh, Nick. What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, all right. And I don't know if how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh? Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. Acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. Transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry, when did you get that big thing? Oh, the big guy. Had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Oh, God. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. No, not that one. I mean the mechanical one. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. Broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. What's this machine? That's a compressor. It puts air in things, unlike my lungs. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh? Neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. I can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea. What have I done? Hey Nick, benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? You can tell, never mind. I think not. My name Obama. I don't eat dogs. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way. I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Like me? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Alright, Hey, y'all. Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. Achoo! I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'd trigger on one of those Von Karma finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Oh, what the hell is this? I'm gonna go to the dock first. It's always so quiet here. Wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. There's some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. I had already done that one. Why did it make me do it again? Hoping there'd be something here. Guess I gotta go talk to that dummy. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. UFO? Oh, a UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. It's the exact same. Same conversation. I guess it's just staying that way because I need to get info on Gordy first. Hey, Nick! What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. There's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. Sign says no camping. Okay. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. Alright, we gotta move. We gotta move. What do I have here? Okay. Ah, fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. What is up with this? It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. Well, what should we do? I don't know, I've been in detention this whole time. I think I'll let you decide what we should do. Deal? Well, any thoughts you want to share? Well, I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think. Poor Maya, she probably thought about Mia the whole time she was in there. Just like me. Okay, let's go back here. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait. You didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How's the investigation proceeding? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? A monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? You out of your minds? Eek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now. Everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Missile, Missile, here, boy. Woof! Oh, he's a good boy. Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. A cute dog. And this will help us. How? Woof. Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Grab it. Grab my pole. I know you wanna. You wanna grab that pole and drag it down to the lake and take it out for a spin? Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah, that's why I gave you my pole, pal. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, We're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. Might have been eating soda cans. Well, which'll it be? Can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either. For the totally opposite reason. Oh well. I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. This is a tough choice. I'm probably gonna go with the metal detector. Metal detector. I don't want to take care of a dog. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. Not sure what we're gonna find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Here. I know where we gotta go. Boat shop. There we go. Yeah. 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 Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Maya, go dig in the bush. Why do I have to check it out? I don't want to get me too'd. Nick, look. Huh? An air tank? Huh? The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? Something wrapped around this air tank. Oh, you think? Is there something wrapped around the air tank, Phoenix? Looks like a string of flags. Flags, flags. My son's a flag. Well, we might as well take it with us now that we've found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. Ah! Okay, same stuff. Guess I gotta present this. Yep. I'd have to say I know exactly squat about that. It's painfully easy to know when something doesn't catch Lotta's interest. Back through all these things. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? An air tank? What about it? Looks like your string of flags, butts. Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. You seen this before? Me? No, never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of the winter? Something about the way his eye twitched when I showed him the tank. I think I'd better pursue this line of questioning a little further. Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? I mean, there's reasons. Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. You can't get away from the flags. They're invading everything. Flags are everywhere. See him walking down the road? Flags holding hands? Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy Steel Samurai. Now why would you go asking me a question like that? It's like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use is on the Fritz. Fritz? What? Fritz? Where's Fritz? Cannot find him, been looking for days. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. You think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine. Whatever, it's like what I said. The compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the Samurai up with that. And then... blam! Blam! Zoom! Bam! Pow! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. Took my poor deflated Steel Samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Okay. So the tank and the Steel Samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all of it happened on the 20th or so. 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Beyonce gave me that Steel Samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. Flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. You son. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder, but you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Yes. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta, there's no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? Prove that Gordy doesn't exist. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist.
Take that!
Take that! Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? Maya is dumb, I'm sorry. There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang? Tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. The same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. Good job, Nick. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info. Like I promised. Poor Lotta. So tell us this information you have. Promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah. Night of the murder? My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. That's a job for not me. Let's examine this guy. I want to... I want to see the photo. Ah! Good job ruining our dreams, Larry. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Oh, he's got a frickin' bird. What a weirdo. Meg, that you? Eek! Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya.
Meg,
Yes?
finally made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone?
Pasta?
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me. Ollie, kids home. Hello, squawk.
Oh, God. How degrading. How degrading. Almost Master Roshi? Oh, no. Nick. What is that? What was that?
A parrot, the one on the perch.
That one. The freaking bird that just talked.
Keith?
Yes?
I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny.
Oh, it is Master Roshi. Nick? What's the wet noodle?
Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, squawk. Yep.
He fell asleep.
I guess he's relieved.
Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa.
And what? Talk about murders?
Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick.
Story of my life.
Wow, he has a television in here, too.
His fishing pole looks expensive.
Look, a little safe. It's locked.
Wow, there's lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there?
Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish.
Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that.
You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me.
That's so disgusting. That is filthy. What? You forgot, Meg? You gotta call her name first.
Her name?
Polly, how you been? Hello, squawk. See?
Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello.
Oh, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words? Polly, what's your name?
Polly, squawk.
Cute.
Maya's found a new friend. Okay. Oh, gross. Gross every time. A pasta shop? Yep, to think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg,
Yes?
tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Then maybe we'll toss the salad a bit.
Dough tossing?
You too, Keith? Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
Pasta Wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Meg!
Yes?
You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right. Right, of course. Everyone knows that. Nick.
Huh?
How long do we have to keep up this all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what it is. This is a boat rental shop, right?
What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them.
I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. This old man is a witness tomorrow, right? Gotta find some way of getting information out of him.
Yeah, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228, what?
Never mind. All right.
Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes.
Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Or rainbow lioli? I figured out the last color we should use, indigo blue.
Indigo? Blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might.
Now listen here, Keith.
Oh, same thing. I don't think this guy's gonna tell me anything. Yeah, Spectre, I covered that earlier. Same thing. Yeah, get good, fam. All right. Let's go back to the talk to what's his face. Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Now that you mention it, didn't he say he had a meeting to go to? That's right. Let's come back later. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Yeah. I want to go to here. Okay. There must be something else to do here. Go talk to this stupid chick again. Okay. Polly, what's your name?
Polly, squawk.
Cute. Whoops. Guess I just gotta go through these things. Whoops. Same thing. Gun? Let's present a gun. Did I do this one? I feel like I did. I hate waiting for this every time. Aha!
That a lawyer's badge?
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us.
A lawyer, huh?
Please, mister.
All right, I'll help. But on one condition.
What's that?
This case is over and done. You'll run the wet noodle.
Yeah. He's gonna die anyway. I'm not really worried about it. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Wait, didn't I just say...
You too, Meg?
Yes?
Hey, you bring a tear to your old man's eyes, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Paulie. Hello, Squawk.
Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us?
Yup, I seen this.
You know something about this, sir?
Keith?
Yes?
Okay, you can call me Dad.
Dad, you know something about this?
Yup, the other night out on the lake.
Yes?
I know all about that. I seen it.
What? Tell us what you saw.
Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all.
Okay. There we go.
I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep.
It was after midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise.
We need to know earlier than that.
You know what, eh? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yup, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? Was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out his face.
Must be talking about Gumshoe.
Comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question.
Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
What? Don't forget DL6, squawk.
Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly.
Don't forget DL6, squawk.
What? The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. It's getting weird. Who is this old guy? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. Haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Keith Edgeworth? That would piss me off. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. Can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. Tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to the case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. What's that, a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. Parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget DL6, squawk!
Huh? Pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? No, that'd be... I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there's the station's records room. I'll give you a special permission to go in and find what you need. All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. How long is this? Guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Oh, wow. It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6. Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go to the right file. Just get them all. Oh my gosh. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed, and all the lights went out. Courthouse would have burned down, but jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. That would be scary like that in the dark. There's a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot. In the heart. And you're to blame. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? Said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth. Oh, wait. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So, he was in the elevator with his father? From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. Pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? Sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Miles did it. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that got my mom arrested. That my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? Yanni? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Looks like a newsie. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. Suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. He was declared innocent. He disappeared. To open a noodle shop. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Maybe closer than we think. Guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Trauma, I think. Nick! Are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. It's gotta stay in. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. It's probably all we'll be able to find here. And all that's left is a trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Are they this dumb? They're this dumb. Oh boy. Hey, boo-boo. Looking for a picnic basket? I am not doing more. No. No, it'll be 4 a.m. before I'm done with this game. All right. Next time, trial. Next time, trial. I still got to read Super Chats. Whew. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to read through some Super Chats, and then I'm going to pop over on Twitch to relax a little bit. I am not doing one more. No. 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 I don't think the case ends in the next part either, and I'm not doing it. And I'm not playing Ace Attorney on Twitch. Oh my god. Mario Carter 13 says, the grifter shows his true colors, #QuickVic. Stephen Pakaki says, hey Nick, long time no talk. I was wondering who your favorite hockey team is. And what are your thoughts on the Don Cherry incident and him being fired? I don't follow hockey. I don't dislike hockey. I just don't care. And all I've heard is that Don Cherry is someone who comments on hockey and was fired. I know nothing about it. Message retracted. Thank you. Silent Sin says, take my free super chat. Love the channel. Hey, thank you. Gunnar Rene Oi says, the lake monster makes loud booms. Boomer confirmed. Tucker says, Supremes are cucks. Jordan Genesis says, Nick, I was wondering what your take on the recent John Oliver show on slap motions. And what were your thoughts on the coal industry CEO Bob Murray's lawsuit against HBO? I thought it was funny. I haven't read it. I did read that article. But I have to look more into the suit. RickU1186 says, Nick, do you know No Shame? No shame. None. Jacob Bulena says, your next bourbon should be Jefferson's Reserve Cabernet Cask. Definitely in my top 5. Jefferson's Ocean Cask Strength is also another good one. Well, it's going to be Corner Creek 10-year. 10-year bourbon. Innocuous Remark says, is it illegal to eat poop? God, it should be. Blackwing02 says, enjoy this free money from YouTube. Thank you. Gawker's Death Rattle says, I just bought the SheSexWife and SheSexGirlfriend.com domains. Where should I forward the Ron beats his ex-wife address to? Yes, really. Oh. It's his ex-wife. It's his ex-wife. Gotcha. It's his ex-girlfriend. I mispronounced that. I was not ready. Where should I forward the Ron BE at his ex-wife address to? I don't know. That's your job to be funny. I can't direct any of this stuff. I don't condone or endorse the harassment of other people. Rick1186 says there's strong women who need no man but will beg for their money so they don't have to show how independent they really are. Woke and broke. Tugger says just saw Low T tweeting Vic is a child lover, so I called him one. Hope he gets what he is due in time. With any luck, his creditors will do it. Ricky1186 says Ron Toye is less than dirt. People only notice him in relation to other people, and his best reply is wah wah, she kissed him and now everyone knows. Raiko Black Manga says, hey Nick, just joined the stream. Question, is funny grabbing snow? Or do the beards need the infinity gauntlet? Also, hashtag no shave November. I don't know. We'll find out. Angel Acosta says Ron's testosterone levels are over 9,000. Keldeo the horse says, take my free chat, my guy. Have a good day. Love you. Hey, thanks, buddy. Random Blaze says, as usual, they are lying. The AR-15 was manufactured for the civilian market first. What was presented to the military was the AR-10, which was deemed too powerful. Character Holdings says, didn't the left invent the lone gunman narrative? Yes. Last Sigil says, hey, forget about it. Maya Faze says, hey Nick, if doing all these voices is getting rough, heat up some honey and add some ginger. Works miracles for the throat. Think I'm okay today. Mr. DJ Fly Eye says, have you seen that pic of T. Greg posing Elizabeth Warren? He even put the hashtag dream big, fight hard. Also, I like how he proposed to his girlfriend at Disneyland of all places while crying pauper. Yo mom is my mom says, look here, look, listen. And we've got Pretzelman718 says, back when Stan Dolan's affidavit dropped, you mentioned you had something that would make that look like a good day for Veronica. Did you ever reveal what that was? I didn't specifically say it, but you've probably seen it. Adeptus Arbite says, attention citizen. Although the impact of it was probably not felt in the way that I thought it would be because of the timing. But, you know, that's how it goes. Attention citizen. Multiple third-party individuals have reported one or more Ron Toye recent actions as being inappropriate. Once a citizen is notified in such a manner, said citizen will be judged by the Book of Judgment as a cuck and a fool. Jay says, Ron can't help but lie over and over again to third parties. Adeptus Arbite says, attention citizen. Ron is a cuck. Jim will get his money from money you owe, Susan. Ron is going to get pegged by Monica because he is a cuck. Can't keep his cuck mouth shut. What a stupid F word. Wow. Lol. TLJ Screwjob says, Larry, Phoenix, have you ever called anyone a flag slut? That was gross. All right, guys. That's the show for today. If you want to come join me on Twitch, you can. Let me play this outro. Holy cats. Play this outro a little bit, and I will go over on Twitch for a little bit. The show ran longer than I expected. I guess I was ranting earlier. But yeah, we'll be over there. So if you want to come hang out, come hang out. If not, stay tuned for a show announcement tomorrow. I've got to finalize some people and see where we end up. So other than that, I'm not playing more Phoenix Wright tonight. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all very soon. Have a good night. Peace.
Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more of that frog. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Lost Planning tonight. From the white shores of Nan to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. So pour out an art bag, a bow, more at Lafroig. Spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea, post on Twitter as we hear Lost Blaming tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the thought better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now.